Alrighty everyone, you know the drill. If you are watching this video, then that must mean the defense form of Deoxys is coming to raid battles, and you're looking for a video that will give you all of the right counters and the proper guide that will allow you to defeat this boss with the least number of trainers as possible. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be covering in today's video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. And how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Count here with a brand new raid guide video. Today I'm going to be covering the defense form Deoxys. This is of course one of the most highly coveted Pokemon when it comes to the Go Battle League. It may not necessarily be a great raid DPS Pokemon or even a gym attacker, but it certainly is a fan favorite when it comes to the Go Battle League. Especially when it comes to the Great League, it is definitely one of the top tier Pokemon. So whenever it is in raid battles, you can rest assured that a lot of trainers are going to prioritize taking down this boss, and of course because it is a highly coveted Pokemon, it's always going to be one of those that a lot of players are going to be farming up. Fortunately, you do not need a whole plethora of players in order to defeat it. It only requires maybe about 3 to 4 trainers. So let's get right into how you could defeat this boss. First and foremost, defense form Deoxys is a pure psychic type, which means it's going to be weak against bug types, dark types, as well as ghost types. If you have a whole bunch of these in your lineup, then you should be good to go. But if you're looking to optimize your damage, then make sure you're rolling with any of these Pokemon. Mega Gengar is going to be the absolute king. Of course, that is because it is one of the highest damage dealing Pokemon in the game. But the one thing you will want to watch out for is the fact that Mega Gengar is weak against psychic type attacks, and Deoxys does pack a couple of those. But it's still going to be probably the most useful Pokemon out of the bunch, and that is of course because defense form Deoxys, like its namesake, is going to have insanely high defense stats, but it's going to have really low attack stats, which means its attack damage is not going to be as high as it could be, so your Mega Gengar should be okay. But aside from Mega Gengar, you will want to go with Darkrai. It is the most powerful dark type currently in the game, and it's definitely going to pack a punch against this Pokemon. Of course, you could also go with Yveltal. It is another powerful dark type, but because of the possibility of it having either Rock Slide or Thunderbolt, which is going to be really strong against Yveltal, you might as well just go with Darkrai, considering it will dish out just a little bit more damage, and it is not going to get knocked out by those really strong attacks. Of course, other Pokemon that you could bring include Chandelure with Ghost-type moves, as well as Giratina Origin Form with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. Both of these Pokemon are some of the hardest hitters when it comes to Ghost types, but you could also go with Hydreigon as well, but that all depends on if you have a whole bunch of dinos that you've hatched from eggs. Ideally, you will want your team to consist of Mega Gengar as your opener, and then a whole bunch of Darkrai's to follow it up. And then you should have a secondary team of Chandelures and Giratina Origin Form that will give you the best chance of defeating this boss with the least number of trainers as possible. But let's say you do not have a whole bunch of Darkrai or a whole bunch of rare Pokemon like Hydreigon, then you could also go with some of these budget Pokemon. First and foremost, you could go with either Mega Gengar or Mega Houndoom. Both of these Pokemon are very readily available. You should definitely max out at least one of these and collect as much Mega Energy as you possibly can, as long as it's available, and then use these as your opener. Houndoom with dark type moves is a very powerful Mega Evolution against this boss, mainly because it is weak against those dark types. But you will want to watch out for Rock Slide, considering that it is strong against fire type Pokemon, and of course because Houndoom is a fire type Pokemon along with its dark typing, it could definitely get knocked out really quick by defense form Deoxys. But you could also roll with any of these other Pokemon. Regular Gengar is still going to be really useful. You could also go with Tyranitar and Weavile. Both of these have very strong dark type attacks, so these are the budget Pokemon that you could go with if you're liking the mythicals and legendaries that will otherwise be the most powerful up against this boss. Defense form Deoxys has a perfect IVCP of 1299, and if it's weather boosted, it will have 1624. Now granted, granted that it is a pure psychic type Pokemon, that means it's only going to be boosted by one weather type, and that is of course windy weather. But ideally you will want to go up against Defense Form Deoxys when it's not weather boosted, and that is of course because it will be under 1500, so you could use it in the Great League. That is when Defense Form Deoxys is the most useful, so definitely avoid going up against Defense Form Deoxys when it is windy outside. Now when it comes to the recommended number of trainers, I highly suggest you go up against Defense Form Deoxys with at least 4 other trainers, making a raid group of 5. This will ensure the victory. Of course, that is considering that you are bringing a whole bunch of dark types and so are your friends, but if you want to challenge yourself and defeat this boss with the least number of trainers as possible, then you can go with at least 2 other trainers, making a raid group of 3. But of course, if you are going as a raid group of 3, make sure you are packing the best of the best Pokemon and you are giving yourself every advantage that is available to you. This includes best friend bonuses and of course weather boosts and best buddy bonuses and different things like that. You will want to make sure you give yourself every advantage as possible to dish out as much damage as you possibly can, and that is of course because Defense Form Deoxys has some of the highest defense stats among all of the legendaries, so you will want to watch out for that. But of course, because its attack stat is so low, you don't necessarily have to worry about its attack damage towards your Pokemon, but it is still something you shouldn't ignore. If you see your recommended Pokemon go with a lot of Yveltal, then rest assured that it's probably going to be Psycho Boost, so you could pack a whole bunch of Pokemon that will be good against that. Even if you do not have the most diverse setup, you should still be okay, considering that Defense Form Deoxys has some of the lowest stats when it comes to attack. So yeah. There you have it everyone, this is my comprehensive quick guide on how you could defeat Defense Form Deoxys, and of course at the time that I was recording this video, the shiny form was not out yet for this Pokemon, but hopefully it will be when you raid this Pokemon. It's definitely a cool one to obtain, and of course Defense Form Deoxys, like I've said multiple times in this video, is one of the best Pokemon in the Great League, so if you want to be ahead in the Great League, you do not want to ignore this Pokemon whenever it is out. So yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you caught yourself a really good Defense Form Deoxys? And do you have any tips that I have missed? Make sure you share them down below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to GOOZEE pins. They made the official Count Jinsula pin. If you want to pick up one of these for yourself, then check out the link in the description below. That's going to be it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, and I'll catch you all later.